What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing a Christmas set, so let's get right into it. So first I'm going in and I'm pushing back the cuticles. As you all know by now, whenever we're doing the set we have to push the cuticles back. We never want to skip this step because we want to expose all the new growth. That way when we come into prep we can get rid of all of that new growth, and this will help with preventing lifting. So I never skip the step of pushing back the cuticles. Now I'm coming in with my cuticle bit. I'm gonna clean up all that excess. So for the persons who don't like to use the sanding band to get close to the cuticle, you can definitely go ahead and get a cuticle bit because this is gonna help you to get close to the cuticle. And you definitely want to do that because you want to do everything to prevent lifting. And then I'm coming in with my fine sanding band and I'm just gonna use light motion. You don't need to apply no pressure. All you need is light motion and get rid of all that oil from the natural nail, because you know our body produces oils and this happens to be on our nails as well. And if you still have this on the nail, you will have a lifting. So we're literally just removing the shine from the natural nail, and this doesn't take nothing but light feathers. I hope you guys are preparing for your holiday season because you know it's gonna get really busy. So I hope you guys are ready because I am just coming back from Jamaica, so I'm super hoarse from all that screaming and stuff like that. So that's why my voice sounded like this, guys. Anyway, so I'm just coming in now and I'm clipping the cuticles. I never skip this step. I just give them like a quick manicure, get rid of all that excess cuticle because then you want your work to look good in the end. And then now we're coming in and we're going to dust off the nail, get rid of all that dust. That way when we come in to put our tips on and to prime, we don't have all that dust on the nail, because then you're still going to have lifting. Then I'm going to come in with these Coffin tips. These tips, guys, I have the best tips on the market. My tips are the #1 sellers. Like, they go so fast, both the square and the Coffin. So if you're looking for a good tip that sticks very well and is firm, easy to shape, you should definitely go ahead and try my tips out. You will not regret it. And currently I'm having free shipping, so go ahead and get your tips. Whenever we're measuring the tips, you know the tip have to measure from sidewall to sidewall. You have to make sure you have the perfect fit, and if the tip is too small, please do not use that tip. It's better if you use a tip that's a little bit too big, and then you can always come in with your hand file and file the excess off. But never use a tip that's too big because you need your tips for your strength and a good structure. So do not use a tip that's too small. And now you see how fast those tips stick. And I usually just put the tips right on the natural nail, and then I come in with my tips and I just glue them on. I used to put them on the tip, but I don't like it because sometimes the glue run like down on the tip and stuff like that. I just prefer to just dot like a little bit of glue on the nail, and then I go ahead and apply the tips. So yes guys, you should definitely go ahead and check my products out. So that tip was a little bit crooked, so I removed it and I placed it right back on. So if you leave a tip that's crooked on the nail, it's a given you're gonna have the nail is gonna be crooked in the end. So if you spot that from the jump, you should go ahead and remove it and fix it right then and there. Just remove the tip and apply a new tip because it's going to be hard to get the shape back. So try your best to get the tips on as straight as you possibly can, and then you just follow through with your shaping. So as you all know, to my loyal subscribers, you know I use my scissors and I come in and I cut the tips. I don't use a tip cutter, I just prefer to use the scissors. I find that I manage that way better and I get the edge straight. Coming in with my 100 grit hand file, and these hand files are also on my website. You'll absolutely love these hand files. They are not, you know how you have some hand files like you use them and they be cutting the clients very easy. You don't cut your clients very easy with my hand file. Like, you have to be going in and doing the most to cut the clients. My hand files, they're firm, they get the job done, but they're not aggressive. I don't know if y'all know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not aggressive, but the grit is doing what it's supposed to do. I really love my hand file. These were like my first products that I launched, and I'm still using the same hand files because I just can't imagine a better hand file out there. So you should definitely go ahead and check my hand files out. The link for all these products are going to be in the description box below. And now I'm just making sure I blend the ledge. You always want to make sure you blend the ledge, that way when you apply you get a very smooth application, because sometimes if you leave that lump right there, then it can show through your application. And you know, just do it. It doesn't take that long. Sometimes I use my drill bit, sometimes I just come in with my hand file and do it. It depends on how I'm feeling. So you definitely want to do that for a smooth application. Make sure everything is nice and tight and neat. So I never skip this part. I used to skip it and I used to wonder why my acrylic's so bumpy. So yeah, you don't want to skip that. Now we're going to dust the nails off. That way when we come into prime, the surface is nice and clean and ready to go. And to prime, I use my Young Nails Protein Bond, and I give this 2 coats. I give it 2 coats because that's what they recommend. So I just follow through and I never have lifting. So you could go ahead, and if you're looking for protein bond or primer, you could go ahead and check theirs out, because I've been using it for quite some time and I haven't had any problems with it. So we decided to go ahead and use a nude base. I'm using Go To Nude and my Monomer from my collection, and I have new colors, guys, coming soon. So for all of you guys that already purchased this collection that I have, I'm gonna have new colors on the website starting tomorrow. So that's very exciting. So first I'm going in and I'm gonna place the first bead right where the tip and the natural nail meets, and then I'm going to give the acrylic like light feathers. Like this process, guys, I've been watching a few like beginners and you guys really be overthinking it and overworking the product. Once you place the acrylic down and the acrylic start flowing, you don't need to do too much. All you need to do is light strokes and guide the acrylic, and make sure that the client's finger is facing downwards. That way, the acrylic will naturally just start to flow in that direction. And then you just guide it and give it light taps and light strokes. And blend your nail. And whenever you're applying, if you're not sure how your nail is looking, look at it from the side. You can see where you're having like a ditch or a bump, or where you can add more product. So try to look at your nail from the side, like just set the finger off to the side and then you lean off to the other side and look at it from that view. That way you're gonna see all the arrows or what you need to fix. And I love this acrylic, guys. You see how buttery it is? Like, it does the work for you. You don't need to do anything extra. So even though, like, I know in the beginning we're not making all that money, but at least try to set money aside to buy good products. Because if you have a product that you're fighting with, it's only gonna make your life more difficult. So try to buy products that is worth it, and that way you can really get a hang of what you're doing. So like I said before, I come in with my first bead and I put it right where the tip and the natural nail meets, and I'm gonna give it light feathers, light stroke, light tapping, and I'm just gonna hold the client's fingers down and make sure everything is coming to the tip of the nail while I'm cleaning up the sides. You can't forget to clean up the side of the nail, because you always want to keep your shaping. So make sure as you work, you just clean the sides of the nail up. Now I'm coming in with the cuticle bead and I'm just giving it light tap, light motions. And when you apply your cuticle bead, don't put the bead exactly at the cuticle. Just set the bead like a tad bit above the cuticle, and then you like tuck it in the cuticle. That way if it starts flowing, cause see, like when you set it away from the cuticle a little bit, and if it starts flowing, at least it have that space. But if you set it right in the cuticle and then it starts to flow, then it's all over the client's skin. So you just want to make sure, like when you set your cuticle bead down, you watch it. Like also guys, when I'm working, I place the bead, like I don't just pick up any size bead. I pick up the bead and I know where I'm placing the bead. Before I pick up the bead, I look at the nail and I look how much powder I need. Then I go from there. I say, okay, I'm going from the tip, from the natural nail to the tip. I'm gonna need a large bead. That way I know when I go in my liquid, how much liquid to take off the brush. I know when I go in my powder, how long I need to stay. I know all of that before you do it. You don't just go in the liquid, pick up any amount of liquid, pick up any amount of powder. You don't do that. If it's a cuticle bead, you know, okay, this is a cuticle bead. And also it depends on the length, because if the length of the nail is short, you're gonna go for a different size bead for the tip. You're gonna go for a different size bead for the cuticle. And if the nail is long, of course you're gonna need a bigger bead, because you're gonna stretch the powder more. You have a longer way to go, so you're gonna pick up more powders. And then same thing for a medium size. So I just wish we could all work with like more intentions, not just picking up any amount of anything and placing it on the nail. And also if you place the bead down and you notice that it's running too much, you could just remove the excess liquid from the brush on your paper towel. You could get Viva paper towel, guys. That's what I use. And then you could just like dry the brush out and then come back on the acrylic, tap the acrylic, dry the brush, tap the acrylic, dry the brush. And while you're doing this, try to hold the bead in place. You see how this one was kind of running to the side? You have to work like both sides of the nail. You can't just be stuck on one side. You have to watch what the powder is doing and move accordingly. If you see that it's running, you see that, okay, I need to control it, I need to work it. Don't get frightened or anything. Just be confident in whatever you're doing. And I know it's hard. Trust me. I know it's hard, but just practice, and that's it. So like I said, the cuticle bead, I set it right above the cuticle, and then I tuck it back and I tuck it in the sidewall. And if your acrylic start running, don't panic. My acrylic leak off to the side every day. Like, if it's not every day, at least once or twice a week. It happens to the best of us. That's why we have an acrylic brush. You just come in with the tip of your brush and you just clean the nail, the sidewalls off and the cuticle off. That's it. And make sure you're looking. If you need extra product anywhere, you just go ahead and apply that. But guys, these powders, oh my gosh, I absolutely love them. Like, I still can't believe these powders belong to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've always wanted to do this, and it's like I went through so many products just to, you know, because I always say, like, whatever I do, I want to be able to do it with like so much confidence. And when I'm promoting it, I want to, you know, be able to speak highly of it, because if you really love something, you're gonna just speak on it so naturally. And that's what I love the most about my products. Like, I can use them, I can record myself using them, and I know it's doing what it what needs to be done. I really love these products. This is a new brush too. It's bigger than I usually use. I usually use a number 8 brush, but I had went up to a number 10. So I know a lot of you guys already at number 10, but I've been using what I've been using. Don't come for me. And it's been getting the job done. So this is like a new brush. I switched up to a 10. I like it, but I'm still trying to get used to it because I've been using a number 8 for like all my life. So you know how that goes when you just starting to use something. Kind of have to break it in. I'm gonna come in with the same hand file, 100 and 100 grit, and I'm gonna go over my shaping, make sure everything is nice and neat. That's why when we apply as smooth as possible. We make sure we clean up the sidewalls. That way when we get to this part, we don't have too much work to do, because that's what we're gonna use to save some time. Each step matters in your timing. So we're gonna use that, and we're just gonna come in and we're gonna reshape the nail, make sure everything is nice and neat. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, guys, please go ahead and do so right now, because you guys are watching the videos but you're not liking the videos, you're not subscribed to the channel. Like, you have to subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers. That way, you know, I could start benefiting off of my hard work I'm putting in. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and make sure when you watch the video, you hit that like button right now. Hit the like button for your girl. Yes, guys, so make sure when you watch the video you click like. That's the first thing you should do. Click like, leave a comment in the comment section, talk to me, comment down below, like if you have any questions about anything, if you're struggling with anything, comment down below, because I got so much videos, I just haven't had a chance to edit them, put them together. So as soon as I edit the rest of the videos, I'll be posting. But I like to hear like what you guys want me to do a video on. That way I don't just be recording every and anything. So comment below and tell me, like, that way I know what majority of the people on my channel is having a problem with. That way I can focus on that area. Now that we're finished buffing the nail and get rid of all the scratches, we're gonna come in and we're gonna start with our design. So as you guys already know, we're doing a Christmas set, so let's get into it. I'm gonna start off with this pinky finger. I really didn't even know what direction I'm going in. I just have like a lot of different cute designs in my head, and I'm like, I'm gonna just do a mix and match and put them all together. So that's how that I came about with this design. It wasn't really a planned design. I was just like, I have, you know, when you see like different inspos and you want to put it together, that's what I did. And I can teach you how to draw. You just have to practice. When I started drawing, I didn't know how to draw nothing. Not a snowflake, not a heart, not a French, not a line, nothing. I'm not an artist, but I practice and I watch videos. When you're drawing, when you're doing art, you need your pinky finger to keep you stable. You need a good brush, and you need to make sure you're angling the brush right. Different lines call for different angles. So like how I'm doing like a straight line right now, I only need to use the tip of the brush. You use the tip of the brush. Like, worse if you don't want the line to be wide, or you're not trying to create like that much, you just like use the tip of the brush and you come in and you outline what you're outlining, and then you shade it. And whenever I'm doing the design, I do the outline first, and then I come in and shade the inside, because the outline is my guide. So if you want to know how to do nail art, you really have to practice, and don't start out too big. Like, just start with a simple line across the nail, and then after that you're like, okay, let me try a French, or let me try this, let me try that. But just try, you know, nothing try, nothing done. And you don't have to know how to draw to learn how to draw on nails. And now I'm just put that, you see I put on the nail that's matte top coat, because if you're gonna do like any glitter throw or anything, and you want the glitter to be only on a specific line or only on a specific area, you have to make sure that you cover the tacky layer of the rest of the nail. Because for example, this white, I'm gonna do a glitter throw, but I do not want the glitter to be all over the white nails. I just want it to be on the line that I'm about to draw. So that way I go ahead and I put matte top coat over the nail, and then I come in and I draw the lines that I want the glitter to be on. Because if I left the nail like that, the polish has a tacky layer. So when I throw the glitter, it's going to be all over the white. You're not going to be able to see the details. So you want to make sure whatever you're doing, nail art, you about to throw acrylic, clear powder, whatever you about to throw, you want to make sure you put matte top coat on, or top coat, regular top coat. But if you're using like a regular shiny top coat, the top coat cannot have a tacky layer, because that's still sticky. It's gonna catch all the glitter or all the powder. So you want to use like a top coat that you don't have to cleanse. It's already, I don't even remember the name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna be using like matte top coat throughout this set. That's why I'm explaining that, so people don't have to be like, why did she put that? I put the matte top coat before I throw the glitter or I throw the powder, because I only want the powder or the glitter to be on a certain part of the nail. video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to like this video, and all the products that I use will be in the description box. Until next time, and I'm gonna be posting another video before Christmas. I'm gonna post another, probably a Christmas set. Thank you guys so much for watching.